talk about this Pittsburgh Steelers team a little bit. Their fans, I assume you're one of them, and I assume Tej feels the same way, even though you don't have to disclose your private conversations with them. They feel like they can go win a Super Bowl, man. And it's not just because TJ's great. In years past, it was like the record with TJ on the field, record with TJ off the field, record with good defense versus record with bad defense. The defense was just winning them games. And obviously they're still going to need that, but the offense seemingly is efficient. Special teams doing their thing. They feel like they can go. Yinzers, do you feel that way about that Steelers team, and why?
I mean, they clearly look good this weekend, and they prove they can do it in a few different ways. Obviously, George Pickens being out for this game, and also it looks like possibly a little longer, they prove that they can find a way to win without him. And he's a stud. He's a great player. He's a phenomenal receiver. But they're finding different ways. We know their defense is good. We're clearly seeing Russ play at a level that is capable of making it very deep into the playoffs and potentially Super Bowl. So we'll see. They needed a big bounce back against this Cleveland Browns team after what happened a couple weeks ago when the Browns took it to them in that snow game. So this was great. I think they certainly have all the pieces, and they're going through a gauntlet these next few weeks with the 3 games in 10 days against some very, very good football teams. So them against the Eagles is going to be an incredible game this weekend.
Cam Heyward, Pat Freiermuth, great punt right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you got to see any of this Hard Knocks and how much of a leader this Cam Heyward's like a coach on the field with Tomlin? At what point do you get to that with a coach? And how do you feel about how does Tej feel about Cam and his presence on that particular defense?
Yeah, Cam is playing some of his best football. I think he's 36 years old. He's got 8 sacks. He's got like 55 tackles. I think he's got like 8 PBUs. He's just playing incredible football, and that's part of what comes with the knowledge and the experience that he has, is the ability to add all those things together, especially against the conference, the AFC North. But one cool thing that Tomlin does is he has a meeting every week with the leaders of the offense and the leaders of the defense, and it's just a small little additional meeting where he emphasizes certain things. So some of those coaching things that you're seeing are just extensions of Mike Tomlin, and it's a lot of fun to see. I saw Cam in the weight room with his son on Saturday, and it was just cool to see him in that element, seeing his son getting a little stretch and workout with him before the game. That's special stuff.
That could be a third-generation Steeler there you saw working out. Did early projections have the son's head to be gigantic like the Heyward family?
I think his bull rush will be strong and the head will be made of iron.
That's good for football. Hi has a question for you.
Jage, we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. Just curious, if you're a player and all the Dan Campbell stuff's going on, I assume you love that, but does that change at all being a defensive guy as opposed like when the offense is just continually going for it? Now, they've been successful quite a bit, but a lot of people are saying, hey, it's going to come back and bite them in the ass at some point when it really matters.
Yeah, I think you love it until it bites you in the ass. I think it's one of those things that nothing fires you up more than your coach believing in the team, and when the team executes and accomplishes it, and they're tough, physical, like just they're being the embodiment of everything that he says. So you love that. And the more that it works, the more confident you get in it and the more you love it. But then it's just a matter of if it beats you at one point in the biggest moment, like that is where all of a sudden it's like that Step Brothers clip where it's like, I taste ketchup. You know what? Now the suits are seeming a little off here. So I do think it's great, and I do think it was awesome that it worked out. I did not know until I was watching the show here that Jared Goff wanted to play, because I love now thinking about what was going through his head as he dropped to a knee. Like, I asked for this. I better get this ball there. But it worked, so it goes. But you got to live by the sword, die by the sword. When that sword flips the other way, that's a tough conversation to have, especially if it's in the playoffs.
Certainly a tough conversation to have, and they'll have it potentially all offseason, or maybe in the Super Bowl. It'll be a 4th and 2. And, Patrick Mahomes will be on the other side. and there'll be about a minute 40 left.
Oh, yeah.
The Chiefs will have one timeout. It'll be a tie ball game. Do they choose to kick the field goal there and go and take the lead? Or do they say we can't give Patrick Mahomes the ball back in the Super Bowl, and they go for it? And Ben Johnson draws up something ridiculous and spectacular, and maybe Ragnow catches it for a first down. Is that how it goes? Or does it go, they try that, they throw a ball, it hits Ragnow in the face. Ragnow off his face. Somebody on the Chiefs defense catches it, sprints down, understands the situation, slides at the 2, kneel it out. All of a sudden, Butker comes out, hits his second game-winning Super Bowl kick, and the Detroit Lions do Detroit Lions shit and embarrass themselves on the biggest stage. Either of those are feasible.
Very.
Both possible, yes, but I like the first one much more. And also, if it came out that Dan Campbell kicked the field goal, we lose the game, and Jared Goff wanted to go for it, we would be scorched earth all week. And as a fan, I would be so worried about what the hell is going on with MCDC. So I love it. Let's continue to do it until the Super Bowl and win that thing.
I like Jared Goff doing the, come on. He didn't want to be too dramatic, right? Didn't want to cause too much of a scene. And as that timeout was called, he ran to the sideline, got a ball, and threw it. That was like what he did immediately. He threw a ball. So I was like, is he trying to bluff that they're going to go for this? And then we find out like he wanted, hey, we are going for this.
Watch this, coach.
This is how this is going to go. I love it with them. But speaking of them, this weekend, good, Con, man.
Yeah, Jage, in Detroit this weekend, I believe the Bills are coming to town. I believe you'll be there. Do you think that game is going to go similar to that Packers game where coming down the last possession, MCDC's got to go for it on 4th down? Or do you think anything changes when the Lions are playing a team like Buffalo?
I'm hoping we get a game like we just got with the Bills, with the high scoring, back and forth, points going crazy. That would be a lot of fun. It would be a blast to watch. We obviously have the whole CBS crew, the NFL Today crew going there.
Oh, I like on site?
On site in Detroit.
That's great.
Sunday.
That's great.
Foxy, I need some things. Give me what does the crowd want to hear? What gets them riled up? What's the chants?
Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. That's it, right?
That's it, 100%. No matter what the sporting event is. When the Tigers were in the playoffs, JJ, there was a tweet that went viral, and it said we got to stop doing the Jared Goff chants at Tigers games, Pistons games, Michigan State games, and everyone absolutely roasted this person. They said, no, you don't get it. The Jared Goff chants are an embodiment of what Detroit is, so that's the only chant you need to know.
Yeah, because he was cast aside, thrown to Detroit. Yep. This guy stinks, overpaid. Now there's a rebirth, just like the city of Detroit.
Bingo.
So it's not just a name. It's not just the quarterback. It's the movement that's happening there in that city. And you can feel it, and it radiates through town. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. I think you should also bring up all the success that all the other teams are having, right?
Just stick to football for now.
Okay.
Stick to football.
Are you sure?
Nah, hockey, don't worry about it yet. The boys are focused on the Lions, the Pistons. They're trying, stick to football.
Okay.
New cabinet member?
What's that?
Bob Ritchie.
Oh yeah, Kid Rock. I guess you could bring up maybe. You'll figure it out. I think you'll be able to.
I'm just gonna rap Eminem lyrics the whole show.
That's not a bad idea.
Be a lot of Mom Spaghetti. R.I.P.
I think it's recipes. But Mom Spaghetti still exists. There is a restaurant you can stop by there and say, "I had some spaghetti." We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Nailed it. Really good. Really good. Really good. Jared Goff is the champ. Jared Goff is the champ.
Yeah, we'll get that going. We'll get the people going, get them riled up.
And the thing about the Jared Goff chant is you got to talk about Jared Goff a lot. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to, just be like the quarterback that they get from the Los Angeles Rams that everybody says this guy stinks. He was actually 3rd string for the Los Angeles Rams at the end of his run. His name is Jared Goff. Jared Goff. They'll just go. And then you get right back into it. But since getting matched up with MCDC and out here in Holmes and the environment and the vibes and the attitudes of the Detroit Lions with Ben Johnson, Jared Goff. They'll start doing it. Every time you say his name, if you just think, okay, if I just hit a little rhythm here, these people will certainly echo the sentiment. And obviously there's a time where too much is happening and you've gone too far, but then there's that happy medium, and we know you'll figure it out, JH. We know.
You don't know where the line is unless you push up against it every now and again,